Few weeks ago, our Jamaat was in Port St. John. Dr. Saab was with also. New Muslim, call him a revert. They were giving Karguzari, built masjid in the village. The man is almost crying from his heart. He says, one virus came, one test of Allah came, and people have abandoned the masjid. New Muslim is asking the Muslims that are sitting there, do you fear the virus more, do you fear Allah more? Who do you fear? Are you afraid of death? Allah's qasam, I'm sitting in front of the masjid, Allah's qasam, no virus can kill you. No highway robber can kill you. No looting can kill you. No sickness can kill you. Your maut has been ordained by Allah. Allah will use a virus. Allah will use a robbery. Allah will use something else. For a Muslim to live in a culture of fear is against Iman. وَلَكُمْ مِيعَادُ يَوْمٍ لَا تَسْتَأْخِرُوا عَنْهُ سَاعَةً وَلَا تَسْتَقْدِمُونَ. Your time of maut will come and nothing can delay it. قُلْ لَن يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَنَا هُوَ مَوْلَانَا وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Tell them, nothing and no one can harm you unless Allah has ordained it. Allah is above every virus, above every sickness, above every condition. Huwa Maulana. He is our Mawla. He is our protector. What did my Nabi say? Man salla subha fi jama'atin. Man salla subha fi jama'atin. Fahuwa fi dhimmatillah. He said, read your Fajr Salah with Jamaat in the masjid. Read your Fajr Salah with Jamaat in the masjid. And you are in the direct protection of Allah. Who is going to protect you? Some doctor? Some medical instrument? Medical science has failed. They can't even see the virus. They have absolutely no real knowledge about it. Industries have failed. Economies have failed. Length and breadth of the world has come to standstill. Allah is teaching us. Allah uses a mosquito. Allah will use smaller than a mosquito also. Who are you going to fear? In which direction are you going to turn? We are not saying don't take your precaution. Take whatever precaution you want. Wear a hazmat suit if you want to. Quote everybody, say Maulana Khatani told me wear the hazmat suit if you want to. If you feel you need, if you feel it necessary, wear that. But don't abandon the masjid. Why has the ummah abandoned the masjid? Our Jamaat was in Cape Town last week. 4 months, Musalli, 5-time Musalli says, Maulana, in 4 months I haven't read Jummah Salah. 90 masjids, no Jummah Salah. What is happening to this ummah? What direction are we going? Where is our protection? What is Quran and Hadith telling us? Dajjal will bring a dead man to life in front of you. Dajjal will cause it to rain in front of you. Then what are you going to say? America, China, scientists, this one, that one. My Nabi Sallallahu said, such a test is coming. You can't even see this virus and you've abandoned the masjid. What will happen when Dajjal comes? This ummah has to give the da'wat of Iman. The da'wat of Iman every day, every opportunity, person to person, house to house. Say to everyone, nothing and no one can benefit or harm you except with the decision of Allah. Allah is the creator of the virus and Allah is the remover of the virus. Connect yourself with Allah. Come back to Allah. My Nabi gave us a nuskha. He said, make your Fajr Salah with Jamaat. فَهُوَ فِي ذِمَّةِ اللَّهِ. You are in the direct protection of Allah. And if anything harms you thereafter, that entity will have to answer to Allah. What more do we want? Quran is telling us, Abadi of Masjid, Lam yakhsha illallah. They will fear nothing and no one besides Allah. Fa'asa ulaika an yakunu min al-muhtadeen. Allah says, these are the people on Hidayat. These are the people on Hidayat. My respected brothers, halat and conditions. Today it's a virus, tomorrow it will be something else. That is Allah's sunnah. Tests will come. Test will come. فَلَوْلَا إِذْ جَاءَهُمْ بَأْسُنَا. Allah says, when my test comes, what is the requirement? Allah is merciful, Allah is kind. This is Allah's compassion. When the masjid was there, we took it for granted. When our tabligh and dawat was there, we took it for granted. We took our madrasas and our makatib for granted. We took our khankas for granted. We took our darulums for granted. We took our ijtimas for granted. We took Kaabatullah for granted. We took the Roda of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for granted. Allah took it away. Allah took it away for a little while to make us realize and wake up that appreciate my ni'mat, appreciate my favor. I am ghani, I am independent. I can snatch your freedoms away overnight. I can topple your economies overnight. Your systems can come to a standstill overnight if it is my decree. فَلَوْلَا إِذْ جَاءَهُمْ بَأْسُنَا. Allah says, when the pakar and my test comes, then what is the requirement? تَضَرَّعُوا. Humble yourself. Lower yourself. Knock the door of Allah. Cry before Allah. Beg from Allah. You are afraid? What did my Nabi do? إِذَا حَزِبَهُ أَمْرٌ. Whenever anything happened in Medina that caused fear, what did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam do? The Sahaba used to announce, As-salatu jamia. Gather in the masjid. Today we ran from the masjid. How is Allah's protection going to come? Like I said, I'm not here to tell you don't take your protection. Do whatever you want. I got no problem with that. But don't abandon Allah's house. You want to meet Allah tomorrow with Iman and Islam. Sahaba are saying, don't abandon the masjid. Buyuti fil ardil masajid. My houses on this earth are the masjids. Ummaruha zuwaruha. Those who will make the masjid abad, they are who? Zuwaruha. They are the guests of the masjid. And then what does Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says? Allah says, Tuba liman tatahhara fi baytihi. Mubarak. Glad tidings to that person who makes wudu at home. Then what it should have been? Ask the ulama. Literally it should have been Thumma kharaj al-bayt. Thumma jaa ila al-masjid. Masha ila al-masjid. That's what it should have been. He made wudu, then he walked, left his house, went to the masjid. Allah's Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, my Allah says, Tuba, Mubarak to that ummati of mine who makes wudu. Thumma zarani. Then he comes to visit his Allah. Then he comes to visit his Allah. فَحَقٌّ عَلَى الْمَزُورِ أَنْ يُكْرِمَ زَائِرَهُ. And then nothing is compulsory on Allah. أَنْتُمُ الْفُقَرَاءُ إِلَى اللَّهِ. You all beggars before Allah. But what does Allah say? Allah says, I make it haqq upon myself. I make it haqq upon myself that I will make the ikram and honor the one who comes to visit me. And we feel our life is in peril or danger by coming to Allah. हमारे ईमान को क्या हो गया भाई? रोना, हमें रोना है. We should be crying, begging from Allah, crying to Allah, turn to Allah. Ya Allah, remove this wabal, remove this musibat. People have lost their jobs, economies have been desecrated, the whole humanity is suffering. The only one who will remove this is Allah. For him it is kun fayakun. But it is Allah's system. Tadarra'u, come back to Allah.